Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you could join me here today, as always. I use the same line every time I open up, but maybe I'll change that someday. Maybe I won't. But I'm here, you're here, and we have step number 4 of how to overcome social anxiety today. That seems to be a big problem in the U.S. today, at least in this part of the world, because we have so many people growing up behind computer screens, telephone screens. They have the buffer of the phone or the computer to give them the courage to say and be who they want to be. The same person saying something to you behind a screen would never say it to you to your face because they're too fearful. And maybe that's you. Don't be dismayed or disheartened. You don't have to be like that forever. I once was afraid to approach people myself. Let me tell you a humiliating story. It's kind of humiliating. Not now, but it's rather comical. When I was about in 7th grade, I knew nothing about girls, or 6th, 7th grade, I guess 7th grade. I was probably 13. Okay, and there was 2 good-looking girls in school. One of them's name was Connie, and the other's name was, I don't remember what the other one's name was, and that was the one that I had the crush on. So I, of course, couldn't approach her because they were the 2 popular girls, and I was a nobody, right? I wasn't a jock, I was nothing. Well, because that's what I believed. I believed I was nothing. If you believe you are nothing, guess what? That is what you will project into the outer world. You first have to believe in here, and that's what we spoke about in the first 3 videos. We have to change the inside. But it does do good to take action, to act as if you are the person you are visualizing yourself to be. You will be given opportunities to act that out, to practice, to become who you want to become when you start seeing yourself being this person inside. But back to my humiliating story. So, it was her birthday. I don't know how I found out it was this girl's birthday, but I did. And I bought her a bracelet, I think, and I put it in her locker. There you go. That was my way of trying to pick up on a girl. I don't even know if I left a note with my name. I don't think I did. I would have to see her. Her last name was Colbert. Darla Colbert. That was it, Darla Colbert. I don't even know if she's still living now, but if I would like to see her, I could ask her about that. I would too. It is kind of funny now. So that's what I did. I just put a bracelet in there for her birthday, and I don't know what I expected to happen, but guess what? Nothing happened because I didn't talk to her. But I didn't know any better. I was ignorant, okay? But I later learned. I got mentors. I got people to show me how I can talk to anybody, anywhere about anything. Anybody anywhere in the world, at least if they can speak English or Spanish. I speak Spanish too. But I didn't get there overnight. It took practice, and it took facing a little fear, and trying to instill some courage in myself by taking the actions. So today we're going to get into an action step. You're going to have to get out of the house, get out from behind that computer or that telephone, put the phone in your pocket, and go out into the real big world and meet some real people with flesh and blood who breathe and look back into your eyes. It's really not too hard. So the 4th step I'm going to give you is to get out of your house. I'm not going to tell you to go up and start talking to beautiful women. I'm not going to tell you to go out and make 50 cold approaches today. All you have to do is go out. Where do you usually go? Okay, just go out to where there are people and walk around. Let's say go to a mall. If you're close to a mall, go to a mall. And just walk through the mall, do some shopping. Don't buy. Women shop, they just look, they don't buy. Just look at some things you would like to have. And think of yourself having these things. When you walk through the mall, walk through that mall like you are the owner of the mall, like you own the place. Look people in the eye and say, hello. Yes, I know there's a lot of people there, and they probably are going to wonder why you're saying hi to them, but do it. Most of them will say hi back to you. So that's your 4th step. Just go out there and start saying hello to people. You don't have to start a conversation. Just say hello. When you go to the gas station, get gasoline for your car, say hello to the attendant. If you're really feeling brave, you may say, how are you doing today? Or how long have you worked here? I haven't seen you here before. If you go to that place regularly, if you feel brave, you can try that. But really, this fourth step is just about going out there, looking people in the eye and saying hello. That's all you have to do. Hi, how you doing? Well, it's hard for me just to say hello. I used to say, hi, how you doing? Or hi, where are you from? Or hi, what's up? Or what do you want to do with that? You gonna buy that? I don't think I'd wear that thing. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can say. Just, for lack of a better way, be a bullshitter. People love to bullshit. Now, I'm not talking about lying. I'm just talking about just flowing. Just talk about whatever. For example, if I was out today talking to someone, I may look at the weather, say, man, it's breezy today. But I tell you what, that sunshine, that feels good on my skin. If I was talking to a girl that I was attracted to, just get that attitude of you are the man. It's not so much what you say, but where it's coming from. You can take two men, okay, give them both the same pickup line, and one guy will pick up the girl and the other guy will creep out the girl. And they'll both say the same thing. They may even say it the same. But the deal is, where is that coming from? From the one guy, it's coming from confidence. He doesn't care. Hey, she likes it, fine. She don't. He doesn't give a shit. The other guy, he's wanting her approval. Is it going to work? Is she going to think I'm weird? Is she going to like me? The high status man is, am I going to like her? I'm telling you what, there's so many beautiful, available girls in the world. You shouldn't even be thinking there's a lack. Now, if you're in a position like I'm in, I live here in the Midwest in a small town right outside of St. Louis. I call it a suburb of St. Louis. And it's slim pickings here. Now, if you like big girls, fat girls, I'll say, does that mean? I was fat once, okay? So I'm not cutting anybody down. I'm just saying if you like overweight, heavy girls, you're living in a good place right here. I don't. I like slim girls. Now, I don't like the waif, really thin girls like the models. I saw one here the other night. She was really attractive, but she was like a supermodel, just a little bit too thin. Okay, for me, that's just my preference. And if you're talking about women or men, and you're talking about fat men, fat women, skinny men, skinny women, whatever, it has nothing to do with the kind of people they are. I have many friends that are overweight. They're my friends. I'd do anything for them. That's not the point. We are what we are. Some people call me skinny. I've been called skinny. I don't care. What does it matter? If you accept yourself, it matters not what other people think of you. What is important is what you think of yourself and what you think of others. That is really all that is your business. So, turning that back to what we started to speak about, when you go out, it doesn't matter what they do. It's what you do. You say hello, and if they don't say hello back, so what? Who cares? All right, when I go down the street here, there's probably 10 to 15 people, some adults, and most of them adults. Only one of those people will wave and say hi to me. Many people don't have any manners. They were never taught that when someone greets you, you should greet them back. So if you say hi to 5 people and none of them say hello to you, it's not you, it's them. They were never taught this etiquette. They were never taught manners. Used to be when I would go out and run in the morning, I would run past many groups of school kids standing there waiting for the bus. Now, obviously, I'm not a kidnapper. I'm just a runner. And I would say hi to probably only, what would I say? 2% of the kids I'd say hello to would return my greeting. The rest of them would just look at me like, they would just look at me. So, do I come home feeling bad about that? Feeling badly about that? No, it's just they haven't been taught. They don't know any better. So if someone is rude to you or someone ignores you, you have to remember it's not you. It has nothing to do with you. If you approach a girl and she rejects you, it's not you. But with that being said, you want to take a look at yourself and find out what it is in you that maybe you need to change, that your approach is smoother, or that you can make this person feel more comfortable. But for them to feel more comfortable, you need to be more comfortable. Many people think that looks will get you all these women. Looks get your foot in the door and that's it. If you open your mouth and there's not a strong inner man, you're not going to get a masculine man. You're not going to get anywhere with this woman. Unless she wants to use you for a provider. And there's a lot of that nowadays. But with that being said too, think about this. For eons, thousands of years, well, eons is more than that, but for thousands of years, men have been the providers. Just because in the first world, women can take care of themselves, at least financially, or the government can if they don't do it, and they don't need a man per se, they're still programmed and biologically programmed, evolutionarily programmed to desire a man who can provide and protect. That's what they want. Now, they may not consciously know that. They may not consciously admit to that. But that's what they are attracted to. And if you come off as a weak man who can't even say hi to a woman or even keep a conversation going, then there's something else. Let's say you say hi to someone, whether it's a girl that you would like or just anybody, and they start talking to you. Very simple. Listen, listen, listen to what they're saying. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should listen twice as much as you speak. All you have to do is listen. If they start talking about their childhood, where they were raised, you could ask them something like, well, did you guys have a tractor? Were you on a farm? And they said, no, I wasn't on a farm. We lived in the suburbs. Well, what was that like? Did you have a lot of kids you played with? What kind of games did you play? Now, this is just talking to a random person. If you listen to what they're saying, they will give you leads of what to ask them about. Now, you don't ask them as some interrogation, but be genuinely interested in them as a person. And you can do this same thing with a beautiful woman you meet that you really like. But remember, when you meet the beautiful woman or the hot girl, don't think about yourself. Don't think about what you're going to get out of it. Think about what you can give. Take a genuine interest in her, but not in a way that you're trying to get her approval. In a way that you're trying to find out what kind of girl she is, to see if you approve of her, to see if you want to see her again, to see if she is worthy to go out with you or to have another chance to talk to you. You are vetting her is what you're doing. Vetting her. You think women don't do that to men? Of course they do. They decide whether or not you are a valuable enough male for them to go out with. And if you're not, then they go on to the next guy. And do you blame them? If you had a daughter, would you want them going out with a loser? With some guy who cannot support, cannot provide, cannot protect? I sure as hell don't. I have a 14-year-old daughter. I make the boys she goes out with shake my hand. I ask them questions. That's my job. I'm a father. And if my daughter's out with that guy, I need to know that if something happens, he's going to put his butt on the line for her. Yeah, she's only 14, but he's 15, 16, whatever he is. Maybe he's 14 too. They're going to be together, just them two, maybe at the movie theater. What if a bully comes up and starts picking on him or her? He needs to be able to do something, okay? Because more than likely the bully's not going to be over 17 or 18 years old. But he's got to know, he's got to be the kind of person that can take up for my daughter, that can protect her the best he can. Otherwise, I don't want my daughter going out with him. Why should I? He's weak, all right? And if that hurts his feelings or that offends him, he needs to go get strong. Go learn how to box, how to do taekwondo, UFC, whatever. Do something. And that's for you too. You need to build yourself up on the outside and the inside. Be a strong man who doesn't need anyone's approval. It's a great freedom when you approve of yourself, as I talked about, looking in the mirror, telling yourself that you love yourself unconditionally. You're great, you're awesome, you're a 10, whatever you need to say to yourself until you come to believe that. And when you believe that, that will be projected out from you and the world will bear witness to that. Read some Neville Goddard. Read what he says about imagination. He believes that imagination is God. You don't have to believe that, but you can believe imagination is a gift from God. It's man's creative ability. It's where the creation comes from. Everything that you see that man has made first started in the imagination with a thought. Okay, and that's what you have to do. Imagine yourself being the outgoing, extroverted man or woman that you want to be. See yourself being that person. See it from your own eyes. Not as if you're watching a movie, but think from that persona. All right? Like and subscribe. Share this with a friend. And if you would like to get my help personally, you can check out my website at marksinspiration.com. Get off your ass. Get out of the house. Have a great day.